Hi everyone, I hope you're all doing great and welcome to our last session. And I want to make this session very short and because we're only going to review the concept that we haven't learned. And the major concept being data blending. As you all know, data blending entails merging data. So maybe merging a set of two or three or more datas into one. So first of all, before you proceed with this task or before you proceed with this video, I'll share this link so that you guys watch this video about how to blend data in Looker Studio so that you're able to understand the concept of blending data in Looker Studio. Once you complete watching this video, you will understand the basics and the how to combine or how to blend data in Looker Studio. You can blend data in Looker Studio using various ways. We have the left outer join, we have the right outer join. So we are going to explore all of that, but I will not go into details because I want you guys to watch the video. So I'm only going to do an example of how to blend data. So let's go ahead and start our project. So by now, I believe that you should have watched the video so that you can come to proceed to this part. So we are going to create a new report and add data that we are going to blend. So let's create a blank report. By default, you know that it takes us to add data to our report. So we are going to select Google Sheets. And then the data that you're going to use is the pizza cells. So this data, I got it from Maven Analytics. Those of you who've heard about it, if you've not heard about it, you can just go and search them on the internet. And they usually offer some free data source for practices, and they also have training on various projects. So let's just open the worksheet that you're going to be working with. You can see this is a pizza sales. So this is the order details tab. We have the orders, we have the pizza types, we have the pizzas, and we have the data dictionary. The data dictionary simply gives you an overview or a description of the fields in the table. So of importance is the order details, the orders, pizza types, and pizzas data. So as you know, this data is all over and we want to now combine them because by now there is nothing much we can do. We cannot get any clear visualization or any clear data analysis using this data for now. So we are going to go ahead and first add our table order details. We are going to add the second data. Remember, you can add data through here. You can add data also through this part or go to the manage resource. So I'm just going to use this data, add data, Google Sheets, pizza cells. We want to add all our data at once so that we can do the data blending. So you can see the data are here. So let me hide that so you can see the first data, the second data. So we're going to add the third data, Google Sheets, pizza cells, pizza types, add. Now you're going to add our last data. So Google Sheets, pizza cells, and pizzas. So you can see we have a total of 4 datas here. And now we want to do the data blending. So let's go ahead and blend our data. So you can blend our data through this blend, or you can go to manage resource and then manage blends. So let's go ahead and blend our data. There's also another way of blending data, but with that one you have to add the charts. So I'm assuming by now you've already learned it from the other video, so I won't go through that. I'll only show you how to blend data sources using the data sources. So we're going to add blend, and you can see now we have our table here, pizza cells. So let's change this to order details or order. Let's change this to order details. And the good thing with the Looker Studio, can blend up to, I think, 5 data sources. So we're going to add all that blend here. So, and then we want to join with another table. So let's say in this case, maybe pizzas. And the main thing that you need to know is you need to look for a common field that defines them. You can see this one by default, it added pizza ID, and we have the pizza ID here. So we're just going to add a dimension here as well, pizza ID. And then we want it to return also the quantity. So we're going to add the matrix there, quantity. And here we want it to return the price and the size, sorry. The size is a dimension, so we're just going to add it down there. Okay, let's first join another table. So in this case, we can join the orders table, and you can see the orders table has an order ID. So we are going to add the, first of all, let's add the order ID here, which will join with the pizza sales order table. And then we want also to return here the date and the time, because these are dimensions. So this is okay. So let's add the last table. Remember, we have 4 tables. We have order details, pizza sales order. Now we want to add the pizza types. As you can see, this will merge with the pizza type ID. So let's add the dimension here, pizza type ID. And we also want this to return the size as well. And then here we have the pizza ID. We want to return the category. Oh, those fall under the dimension. So we want to return the category. We want to return the ingredients. We want to return the name as well. So that's it. And for this one, we want to return we have the order ID, we have the pizza ID. We want to return the order details. Do we really need that? No, there is no need for the order details ID. So I guess that will be it for now. And then we want to give our table, our blended data, maybe a name. So this could be maybe pizza blended data. As you can see, anything that we add appears here, and you can see we have some repetitive items, so don't worry, we're going to sort that. So now we want to configure the join, because you can see it won't allow us to save this because we have not defined how we want to join our data. So in this case, you can see we have the left outer join, we have the right outer join, we have the inner join, full outer, and the cross. So you can see when you hover or select any, it gives you a description of what each inner join does. So with this case, we're just going to use the left outer join, and you can see, for instance, for the table 1 and table 2, because we are joining, remember, table 1 and table 2. So you can see the main ID is the pizza ID that defines both of them. So we are going to select that and save. And then we go to the next table. So you can see you can still select the left outer join, and then you can see these joins from the table 1 where we have the order ID, and then the table 3 where we have the order ID, and then you can just say save, and then you can go to the last table, select still the left outer join, and you can see these joins from pizza ID in table 2 and pizza ID in table 4, and select save. As you can see right now, the redundant metrics are being hidden because we've chosen now to hide them. But if you want them visible, we can still select that option. But no, we don't want them visible. We want to hide them. And you can see now the save button is active. So it means that you can be able to save our blended data. So let's just go ahead and save it. So you can see we still have an option of adding another table. So we can go ahead and close. And you can see now we have our pizza blended data here. So now let's go ahead and select a freeform layout. So I'm not going to go into much details regarding the cube creation, sorry, the dashboard creation, because you already know how it is done. So I'm only going to share a few concepts in regards to blended data source. So you can see by default, as you know, whenever you select a freeform layout, you always get a table. And now we don't need this table, so I'm going just to change it to a scorecard. And then you can see by default the data source is pizza sells pizza, but we want to use our blended data, so you can just change that. And then you can maybe you want to present the total number of orders, you can just do a count. In this case, let's confirm the order details, order ID. Yeah, we want to do a count. So account distinct. So you can give it a name, orders, and that will be it. And so someone might ask, okay, let me get back to that. You can see we have the details here for our blended data. So someone might ask, maybe I want to add a calculated field. How do I do that? Because you see, we don't have that option here. We only have the option to add data. So someone might have that question, of which that's a very important question. And for you to do that, you need to understand first that for blended data, calculated fields only appear to the metric that you added. So it doesn't appear to the whole data. What do I mean by that? So for instance, we want to get the total revenue for because we have the price and we have the quantity. So maybe we want to get the total revenue that was generated. So how do we do that? So you're going to, let's copy this scorecard and paste it over there. So as you can see, we don't have any revenue and we can't add any calculated field for now. So how do we do that? So you need to come here to the metric there, and you can see we have the option to add a calculated field. So this is how you add a calculated field in when using a blended data. And as mentioned earlier, for blended data, calculated fields only appear to that particular metric that you created. So let's go ahead and create the total revenue. So we want to display the total revenue, and we want it in currency, which is the USD dollar. So how do we get that? So it's gonna be price times quantity. And you click apply. Let's change that to 0 and apply. So you can see we have the total revenue already. So This means that you are able to get total revenue, but you can see it doesn't appear here because, as mentioned, the matrix, any calculated field added for blended data, appears to that particular metric only. So for instance, you wanted to add a table, chart, table. So maybe you want to add a table here, and then you want to get, maybe you want to showcase, let's first change the data to blended data, and then the dimension, maybe we can go ahead with the name of the pizza, and then we want to get the total orders, the count of orders, so count distance, and then now you want to get maybe let's include the date as well. You can see the date already is in a date format, so let's just adjust it. That format isn't so good. If you wish, you can change it. And also now maybe you want to add the total revenue as well. As you can see right now, we don't have revenue, so we need to create a calculated field for it. So how do we do that? The same process, add metric and add calculated field. So you're going to have now the total revenue, which would be in currency. Now it's going to be price times quantity. Then you want it, and you click apply. So you can see now we have the revenue for each of the pizza. So you can see now we were able to get the revenue. So that's how you will add calculated fields to your data. Someone might ask, maybe you want to edit your blended data. How do you do it? So same process, the way you edit the data or any other data source, just come hover around it, edit data source, and then you'll be able to see, you can be able to, if you want to change the join conditions, you can change that. If you want to join another table, you can do that as well. So you can always edit that. If you want to give your tables the name, you can always give them a name there instead of labeling them as table 1, as we have seen. So you can also change the names. I hope that makes sense. And so I think that will be it for this session. I don't want to go ahead with creating a whole report because by now I know you guys are pros in this. So this session was simply maybe to just understand or get to review those things that we did not get to touch during the other sessions. So also I just remembered another thing. Someone had a question regarding the adding control buttons. So for instance, maybe you want to add a control button, you just go to the add control and then button. So this is the navigation buttons. So let's say for instance we had 2 pages. Let's duplicate this page so that we have it in 2. So maybe you wanted to duplicate this, and so you want a page that goes to, you want a button that goes to the next page. So you will just click this button and then maybe label it to next first of all, and then you want now to add not dynamic link, you want a static link, insert link. So now you want to add the link. So for in this case we want to add a link to the next page, and you can see it gives you an option whether to paste a link or select a page. So in this case you want to select this particular page, which is copy of, this is the untitled, this is the copy that we made the duplicate, remember, so you can just select it there. And then the mistake that people are making is not unchecking these, because you see, if you have this unchecked, it will always open the link in a new tab, and you don't want stakeholders to or the dashboard users to experience that. You want them to have a seamless experience, so you're just going to have to uncheck this and then apply. So you can see now, if I'm a viewer, for instance, so if I click on next, you see it's very seamless. It just takes me to the next page. So I guess that's it regarding the controls. And also maybe someone might also ask, maybe I don't want these pages to appear on this side. I want to have them maybe at the center, or just how to play around with the design. So you can go to back to the edit mode, and then when you are on the page, I think this is in regards to the theme here, theme and layout. So we have the layout there. So navigation type, you need to change now to the navigation type. You can select a tab. You can see now it changed to this part, and if you want it on the top left, you can as well have it. Well, I don't know where it went. Let's click the view to see top left. Well, I'm not sure what happened when we selected that, so let's undo that. File, theme layout. So let's make it back to the tab. I think this is a cool one. This looks good. Yeah. So, and also you can always customize your theme to have, maybe you want maybe the fonts to have the same format. You can always change them from here. Maybe you want, like, you just want to standardize your report. You can always use the report and layout theme to be able to have that standardization process. Well, I guess that's it for this session. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me, and also feel free to practice and share this data set with you guys. Even though I know by now you've handled a lot of data analysis projects, so you have various data sources that you can use. So I'll share this, and then if you have any question, feel free to reach out. Thank you.